Hey, yo, YouTube, what's up? It's your boy, Louis Fear. Okay, after I made the video about Vaush's charity stream, I read the comments, and what I was receiving was a bunch of comments on why I personally don't like Vaush. And I think some of those questions were said in good faith, and I want to take this time to answer those questions. First of all, don't get it twisted. I would never bash Vosh for his charisma, his diligence, his work ethic, and whatnot. So it's not that. I just want to tell you some of the tactics that I've observed constantly, and it irks me when to see them. It irks me to see Vosh getting away with some bullshit that he doesn't allow people to get away with. And without any further ado, this is 5 reasons why Vosh is bad. Vosh bad. One, he uses deplorable tactics. First of all, it's not that hard to use nihilism to deconstruct and dismiss statistical information. All you have to do is criticize the sample sizes, criticize the duration of the survey, criticize the person who's putting the survey out there, criticize the source. Basically, it's never complicated to use tactical nihilism to destroy statistical information. Everybody does it all the time. What Vosh does is that he also adds that by lying about his own information. He will tell you that statistics say something that they don't. A lot of times he just reads the forward and uses that as evidence. That's why you get things like Black Lives Matter helped reduce COVID by making sure people stay at home. That's a fucking threat. Black Lives Matter threatened people to stay home so that they infected each other instead of the crowd. Stupid. It was a stupid observation. Vosh uses tactical nihilism to undermine statistical information. Sorry about the noise. Second, he does this so that you and him could work on a equal playing field. Now that your statistical information has been undermined, he will play up to his greatest strengths, in which he uses unfalsifiable utopian rhetoric and sheer demagoguery of you, his interlocutor, to destroy you, basically. So, tactical nihilism, unfalsifiable utopianism, demagoguery. Those are his 1, 2, and uppercut. And I see him doing it so many times. It's almost it's routine at this point. Now you have to have an eye for this. Like, I'm a sports fan. I mean, this is, to me, it's like watching someone's footwork when they're stepping back to throw a pass. It's just that rudimentary. Furthermore, Vosh lies. He lies about anything that he knows will put him in a corner. Like, he will tell actual justice warrior, "Oh, I don't know who Mike Brown is." He'll tell Tim Pool that nobody knows who Robin DiAngelo is, even though Robin DiAngelo gets $20,000 a business seminar for her speaking tours, and Robin DiAngelo herself, her company produced the video essay that's on LinkedIn about critical race theory. He just lies about the most important things so well that it's not even a lie. It's like, oh, it's just a slip of the tongue. He'll tell you that, oh, nobody I know, and he'll use personal information like that, all right? Long story short, bad tactics. Tactical nihilism to destroy statistical information, unfalsifiable utopian rhetoric, demagoguery, and lies. Those are his tactics. That's number one. Bad tactics. Number two, he doesn't know how to get to his goals. Vosh is a socialist, but he keeps adding a libertarian socialist or anarcho-communist to it as if that means anything. Socialism is power, power, and more power. The reason why Vosh keeps changing its name is because he's trying to hide from you the ultimate authority of who gets to say what you spend your money on. He's trying to hide his own megalomaniacal power lust under flowery utopianist rhetoric. He doesn't know how to get there. He doesn't know the actionable policies that is going to take to get him or someone like him the power necessary to crush other people's wealth, but he knows the words, the pleasantries that you want to hear. Worker co-ops, if they could have worked, they would have worked under capitalism. But from what I've seen, from what I've read in his own sources, worker co-ops work in food production and in housing. They don't work in microchips, video games, fast food. They just don't work. They're still beholden to the same market forces as any other business, and they will go under just like any other business. It's just that they're so romanticized that the people involved in worker co-ops will take pay cuts and petition the government for aid. That's how they survive. People like worker co-ops. That's it. But doesn't mean that they're profitable. So that's number two. Vaush doesn't know how to get from point A to point B. What he does know is the utopianist rhetoric that's going to make point B sound like a good idea, even though socialism, or better yet, central planning of the economy has never worked, ever. Number three, he doesn't believe his own shit. And I mean this, he really does not believe the rhetoric that he's spouting. And I'm going to use, what is it? I'm going to use Israel and Palestine for an example. Vaush will put Israel on the same moral equivalent as Hamas or Palestinians when he didn't live through the Intifada. He doesn't know the overtures that the Jewish community has made to subside the insurrection of the Palestinians. He doesn't know the promises that the Palestinian made that there will never be an Israeli state. What he's doing is that he's equivocating, he's obfuscating, and he's just making it seem like there's a moral equivalence between 7th century religious authoritarianism and 20th century Israeli religious survivalism, all right? He does the same thing for United States. In his eyes, America is no better than China. Even though China is a police state, it's a despotic, mercantile police state. Vaush sees no difference in that with Western 20th century Western liberty, and I cannot believe that he actually believes that. I think what he's doing is that he's saying what it is that his audience wants to hear, that we are not on the right, that 7th century religious authoritarianism from the Middle East and mercantile despotism from China are actually more noble than the Western civilization and the Judeo-Christian values that keeps him gainfully employed and dealing with the latest and greatest technology. He can't possibly believe his own shit, and I challenge you to prove me wrong. Number one was his tactics are bad. Number two was he doesn't know how to get to his goals. Number three was he doesn't believe his own shit. Number four is that he's spouting clones who don't have his talent for demagoguery. They can't tell a story. They can't tell a fictional story of the stupidity of their interlocutors as well as Vaush. They can't go on a long diatribe of stacking insults on top of each other. So you end up with people like Shark 030 or Hunter Avalon or Demon Mama, or what's his fucking name? He used to go by the name of Pink Puncher. I keep forgetting his name. The name will come to me anyway. Vaush produces clones who are actually dumber than he is. They don't know how to deconstruct the statistics. They don't know how to demagogue, and they don't know how to set racial traps like he does. That's number four. Vaush creates stupid clones. And number five is Vaush's audience is stupid as fuck. They're just dumb. Like, look, don't take it personally, but I want you to realize that if it takes 30 minutes of nonstop demagoguery for your point to be valid, then maybe your point is not as good as you think it is. If it takes for you to demonize the person that you're debating against for your ideas to have any kind of merit, your ideas might not be good. Worse yet, we all know that Vaush's audience is of is a particular hilt. Like I always say that we the modern the modern zeitgeist is that men are irredeemable and that our past is full of history, our future is going to be full of retribution, and what I think Vaush's audience sees is that they want people to be held accountable. They want people to be brought low. They want to demagogue. They want to destroy. They want to humiliate. They want to crush people. They want to crush people who believe that there's some kind of benevolence into our existence. They want to crush the Jordan Petersons. They want to crush the Elon Musk. They're just so full of resentment. And Vaush, adhering to the needs of his target demographic, is the best at it. The problem is, in the process of attacking everyone who his audience feels is better than them, he's making his audience dumber. He's reducing them into people who just recite memes. Vaush bad, Chad Vaush, Vaush good. It's really dumb. Like, do you realize that reducing something as important as black on black crime statistics to 1350, that's not an argument, that's really just an affirmation of stupidity, that's just pretty much the equivalent of sticking your fingers in your ears and going la 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 la. Do you realize that calling people Nazis and racist is really just a lifeline that you use because your actual points aren't that strong? Am I the first one telling you this? I mean, like, if it takes that much demagoguery for you to make sense, then you don't make sense. You're just a vicious, toxic piece of shit. And that's the worst part of what Vaush does to people. He turns them into stupid idiots. In conclusion, in recap. 1, Vaush uses bad tactics. Tactical nihilism to destroy statistics, unfalsifiable utopianist rhetoric, demagoguery and lies. 2, he doesn't know how to get to his socialist utopia. He might talk about worker co-ops, but no one knows a worker co-op that could sustain itself in an open market. And if you're just going to give that worker co-op money to survive, then you might as well just say Vaush wants money. Period. He just wants government ends. Period. 3, he doesn't believe his own shit. No Western civilization is not on the equal playing field with 7th century religious authoritarianism from the Middle East. No Western neoliberal capitalism is not morally subservient to Chinese despotic, ethnic cleansing mercantilism. No, he does not believe it. He just says it because that's what his audience want to hear. 3, Vaush makes a bunch of stupid clones like Hunter Avalon and Sharknado 3D and Demon Mama, who just repeat his mannerism and his talking points, even though they don't make any sense. 5, he just makes you dumber, and that's it. That's all I had to say. I'll try to put all the things in the underbar so you could know these points yourself. If you have anything to say about it, if you don't believe me, I will link you a couple of videos where Vaush is lying, where Vaush demonizes, where Vaush uses racist language, and it's been your boy Louis Cypher signing out.